Omondi, as I had promised, I say that today, just a few minutes after we have met, that this discussion will be on the floor of the House. And for sure, it has been on the floor of the House. We have introduced it that we should play 70% of local contents on our audiovisual and all media houses so that we promote the local artists. We know that artists have employed so many youth and that it is a thriving business. It's only because of maybe piracy and so on. And we are lucky that we have the act in place and that it protects you and will guard it. Although there is an amendment by Gladys Wanga that section 35 of the Copyright Act should be amended, but we have said that we should shoot it down. And we have discussed with Gladys Wanga. She may drop it, but if she does not drop it, we will shoot it down because we must protect you from piracy. As I have said, we have started a conversation. Jude Jomo, who is a former artist, was there and he actually supported us. KJ, who is your greatest supporter and the supporter of the youth and the supporter of the artists, decided to bring it to the floor of the House, and we all supported, and the mood of the House indicate that the whole House is supporting you. So as I had said, that once I have introduced it on the floor of the House, I will come with a key and open you up so that you can go home and eat food. You thought that you will stay here for long, but now you have only stayed for almost 2 hours and everything has been done. So let me officially, before liberate Erick from this bondage that he has been put into by legislation that hasn't been done.
And let us remember, as he does that these platform providers, whenever they are screening and airing external or imported content, they are importing that content at the detriment and at the disadvantage of our local artists. Let us also have our stations to be patriotic and air local content.
On behalf of the ridiculous team, KJ was known for ridiculous, and on behalf of all of us, I now officially take the key that I took here to come and officially release you from bondage and release all the artists so that they can earn a sweat. Now officially, there will be 75% of local content being played in our media houses. Now you are officially released.
even though Mandela alikuwa anapiga. Thank you so much. Asante sana Mheshimiwa Sanko. I want to say thank you to Mheshimiwa KJ, Mheshimiwa Jomo. Asante sana. Amesimamia economy. Na Mheshimiwa KJ, I don't need to say anything about him. He's one of the guys. When I was in Form 1, I started watching Red Corner, the initial Red Corner. There were 2 Red Corners before, and there were 2 ridiculouses before there was Red Corner. And I started watching KJ wakiwa bado KU, and I said one day I'll come to Nairobi na nitakupata kwa jina. So when Martin Luther alisema, my dreams were valid, and I came to see my dreams. Walisaidia. Huyu ndio grandfather. Mimi najua babangu anaitwa Churchill. Na unajua baba Churchill ni nani? Huyu ndio baba ya Churchill, yeah? So I want to say thank you for releasing me as a good grandfather. Thank you Bwana Sangok. Na mimi nilisema, as an artist, I am the most followed artist, and you know the power of social media. Actually, to some extent, it's beginning to take over from traditional media. I am going to repeat it here, that actions always speak louder than words. We are in an election year. Mnaona ni mpizo ngapi wamekuja hapa nje? They are less than 7. Na sisemi kwa ubaya, wengine pengine wako leo kwa session. But I just want to say, we always have to give back to the society. They've given us, we have to return our hand. It shows its goodwill. It shows the heart of a man. It shows the mind of a man. Ndio mheshimiwa atoke kwa gari yake, akuje hapa aniletee maji, akuje. Mheshimiwa KJ has brought me so many concerned or relevant MPs. Ameniletea moja, anasema huyu anakaa kwa committee ina deal na communication, something which is our thing. Ametuletea mheshimiwa hapa mwenye na deal, na of course Angok ametoa kwa jela. Asante sana. Nataka kusema ni asante, na nataka tu kidogo tu wapi ngoma to dance to Kenyan music kidogo tu.
And we need to pause with this,
yes,
so that we can show the world what
Songe nyuma. Babu kuja bwana.
We do not care whether you are Azimio, whether you are bottom up. If it is an issue that has to do with the youth of this country or the creative economy, it is bipartisan. As you can see, the Honorable Jude Jomo of the Jomo Bill.
I was a senior in Sonu leadership. So because I'm a senior, we must ask the chairman if I have spoken. And if I have spoken, which I have done, now welcome.
Because our chairman, that's Kosawa. So what do you want to know today? About the 75%. Maybe you can ask it in form of a question, then we talk about it. I'm a general, I can give a blanket statement.
Actually, what happened today is I was driving into Parliament. And as I was getting into Parliament, I saw a contraption outside Parliament. So I was very curious to find out what was happening. So I parked my car, came out only to find out that it was Erick Omondi.
Until we have started the conversation. So we went in there, in the house, we started the conversation. I came with the key and I've just unlocked him and released him from body so that we release all the artists. Yes, all the artists, so that 75% of local contents can be played in our media stations.
Definitely. I think first I would like to thank Erick Omondi for this great initiative, because Erick is not an artist, but actually is fighting for the artists. And when I do see the same artists are trying to criticize Erick in one way or the other, it's so sad. Because to Erick, the Jews may not be what they squeeze, but he's taking it upon himself to ensure that he's fighting for, let's call probably that is the less fortunate in this scenario. Because when you look at our system, even the mentality of Kenyans, we've fixed in our mind that we can only listen to music which is not local, international music. We import music, we import clothes, we import even toothpick. And when you see some of our engineers, we even import them. We import from China. Our engineers can only afford to sweep the roads and maintain them. So it is quite an absurdity. So to me, Erick, you're doing a great job by supporting the local artists. I did receive the petition. We were with Honorable Jagwa, and you just came just a few minutes later. I saw you getting in when you had already received it. But I can tell you for sure that Erick has been very consistent with this issue, and we are also taking it up. You've had Chairman Sankok has talked about it. Mheshimiwa Njomo has talked about it. Title has talked about it. Mheshimiwa Kiari has talked about it. Personally, I'm also joining hands in this. Because we did take the petition, it followed the due process, and that, as you can see, at least it was on the floor of the house. And this thing will only be appreciated the moment it will be passed. That's when the local artists will feel that Erick did something. I remember the story of Jesus Christ when he healed some of the lepers, 11 of them. Only one went back and said thank you. So just do it. Just do it. You don't need to wait to be told, to be appreciated. Just do it because you are doing it for that person who is downtrodden at the slums, in the village.